Hey, my name is Sarah, and I want to talk to you about running engaging challenge groups. So, I love running challenge groups, and I think I got some great tips for you. So, let me just share. I've been running challenge groups since 2011ish, pretty much every month. Wow, I'm old, but I got some experience here, so yay. Okay, so first tip would be to pick something you are passionate about. Um, Listen, I read this book recently called Big Magic, and I really love in there. She just stresses, she's like, do whatever it is that you need, create whatever it is that you need, and you'll be surprised how many other people in the world need that too. Of course, there's some people who don't, but who cares? You can't serve everyone. So pick something that speaks to you, pick something that gets you excited to be creative about. Now, listen, there's a lot of systems already in place. The back office has a guide. If you're going to do a quarter force group, there's a whole guide. There's a lot of things already in place there. You don't have to be creative, especially starting out. Don't worry so much about being creative. But let me give you an example. I just did a group called Run Your Own Race, and it was so fun. And I hybrided using Beachbody on Demand and then helping women start to run who've always wanted to get outside and run. I hybrid the two together. They had Shakeology for a meal. I built a community. It was really fun. And I'm so passionate about running and Beachbody on Demand, two of my favorite things, that it fit. I love helping people find joy in fitness. So I like helping them really find something that fits their personality. So pick something you're passionate about. So if you're passionate about the 21 Day Fix, rock the 21 Day Fix. Get in the back office. Use that guide. Feel free to switch out some of the posts. If you're like, actually, I've got a better tip when it comes to planning the containers, shoot a video of yourself saying that. Never discredit how much you have to offer. If it works for you, it needs to be shared. If you're passionate about it, it needs to be shared. So pick something that you get fired up about with a challenge. I do a 5-day clean eating group every month for people to try out Shakeology, and I'm always so excited about it because I'm freaking obsessed with Shakeology. And it's fun to get to show people like, man, 5 days can do so much. It gives them a quick win. And I'm always fired up about it and passionate each month. So go where you have passion because it's going to spill over into your challenge group and make it even better. That's tip number one. Tip number two is to plan it out. Dude, I spent too many years like waking up. What am I going to post in my challenge group this morning? Please let me save you years of that. Okay, don't do that. Plan it out. So I get pretty fancy now with my groups. You don't have to. Let's take a 5-day clean eating challenge. First of all, I would recommend reaching out to your sponsor and running some groups with them. Unless you're truly like, let's do this. You can do it on your own. That's awesome. Go for it. But you don't have to. You can run your first groups with your sponsor too. So talk to them. But I know, okay, so for example, I know my 5-day clean eating challenge, all of the morning posts, they're going to be a video of someone making a chocolate shake and saying, this is my favorite chocolate recipe. This is why I love Shakeology. Then there's going to be an evening post. What was your workout? How did you feel about your nutrition on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being amazing? What shake recipe did you do? How did you like replacing your meal with a shake? And then a bonus question like, what are you most proud of today? Or what was the biggest temptation that you said no to today? Or something like that. I know there's going to be those things. So I've got my plan. When I do a group right now, I'm doing a group called Rock Your Bod. I've got it planned out. I know what my morning posts look like. I'm doing a shout out to a group member each day. I'm sharing a motivational tip or a motivational quote each morning. I'm showing a tip on how to love your bod more each morning. I've got those things planned out already. I spent some time figuring it out. Now, as I mentioned, you don't have to get super creative. All this stuff is done for you in your back office or even in Team Rockstar Fit. There are tons of challenge ideas. Talk to your sponsor. She's probably got tons of challenge ideas, content that she could give to you and get you started, and then you could kind of tweak it and make your own if you wanted to. Okay? Just have a plan because you're going to feel much more confident, and then you can spend a lot more of your energy on your challengers. That's what we should be doing. Set expectations for your challengers, for the community you are making in this group right now. So day one isn't the first time you talk to them in the group. I would be like, let's take the 5-day clean eating challenge, for example. It starts on a Monday, ends on a Friday. Generally, start posting in the group on Thursday with a, hey, we're getting fired up. I hope you guys are excited. A big part of this group is the community. If you feel connected to everyone else in this group, your willpower is going to be up. It's going to be easier to say no when those donuts show up in the break room or your coworker tries to get you to go out to lunch. So let's introduce ourselves starting now with a comment below. I'll go first. That might be a video, that could be a post, whatever you want to do, tag everyone, and that kind of starts to set the expectations. I've done it before where I've even had them have a contract, and I say, here's this document. I've written things like, I promise to show up every day. I promise to not give up on myself. I promise to love myself and forgive myself even if I mess up. I promise to celebrate all small wins, like whatever it is. Like basically I promise to follow through. And I've been like, print this out, check the boxes, sign it, take a picture of yourself, put it in the comments below. Every time I do something like that, the participation through the end of the challenge goes up. So yeah, of course, some people are always going to drop off. But I think when you do a good job as the coach, setting the expectations, they know what to expect. They know you expect them to finish, which is totally okay for you to say. You should expect that, and you should communicate that to them. When you do a good job setting those expectations, the success rate of your group goes up. And guess what? It's not always about losing 5 pounds, 10 pounds in a group. I believe every time people finish something, their confidence in themselves goes up, ultimately snowballing into getting some physical results. Okay? People don't have physical results a lot of times because of stuff up here. So if we can get them to finish a group, that's going to up their confidence and keep them going. So set those expectations. And on Sunday night, usually before my groups start, I'll even go in there and just share, like, here's what you can expect. Or today was actually the first day of one of my challenge groups, and I said, here's what your morning posts are going to look like. And I didn't just say, here's what they're going to look like. I said, why? So I wrote, why I'm doing this, because I want you guys to know each other in this group, because I want you to love your body more. This is where I'm going to want you to respond each day. I broke it down. Sometimes communication takes longer, but communication is where it is at. You gotta be willing to spend a little extra time communicating clearly. That doesn't mean write more. That might just mean thinking through it so it can come across clearer to the people. And then my fourth tip would be to connect participants, which I've talked about a little bit in that video. But some other fun things, like do shout outs throughout the group. Each morning in my group right now, I'm doing a rock star shout out. It's a Rock Your Bod group. So we've got our rock star shout out, and I share a little bit about one of the participants so people get to know each other. I've done in the past where I've had them get a buddy in the group, and they had to check in with them one-on-one message. Some of them even texted. It really built a lot of friendships and kept people more accountable. The more hands and arms you can get around people, the less likely they are to fall off. So those are some tips for running engaging groups. Oh, I have one more. Okay, this one's always fun, and I think I kind of forget about this one because I'm just so used to doing it. But another one would be prizes or like leaderboards or something like that. In the tracker, you can see how many workouts have been logged, how many shakes have been logged, and I do leaderboards each week. Like, these people are top on the leaderboard. Hey, you can get on the leaderboard this week. Get 7 Shakos, 7 workouts. You're going into a prize every time you get on that leaderboard or something like that. Or you could have competitions each week, like pair them up in teams and have them kind of compete against each other or something. So lots of fun stuff. Like, don't be afraid to try something new. And if you're enthusiastic about it, they're going to be enthusiastic about it too. You've just got to follow through. Don't put something out there and don't do it, because that just loses everyone. So pick something you're excited about and do it. So go where your passion and joy is. Do a group around that. Plan it out. Set clear expectations. Connect participants. And make it fun with some prizes or group competitions. All right. I hope that helped give you some ideas. Remember, you don't have to do it all. Don't let this overwhelm you. Pick one thing. Oh, yay, I'm going to start doing that. And that's going to be something fun to keep it fresh.